Did you ever get any of like those Cracker Jack things or like order something from the back of those magazines?
I would say more I got stuff from cereal boxes.
Okay,
So,
that counts.
Yeah.
So, like, what kind of crap did you get from that?
Ooh, the best thing I ever got that I ordered out was, and you're right, waiting for it to come in the mail. You had to get UPC back.
You had to cut them all
out. Cut them all out
of
the cereal boxes. And it was a Star Wars action figure that was Han Solo in a stormtrooper outfit, and he could take off his helmet.
That's pretty cool.
I think I remember that. Was I in a... Now I'm trying to remember, was I a kid or was I borderline teenager? This is when the re-releases are happening.
Okay.
I'm a child. Who cares? I was excited for it, waiting to come in the mail.
So in terms of that, we can do an awkward pivot to the movie we watched this last week, which was
A Christmas
Story. We are the Rewinders. I am Joe.
I'm Lee.
And we watch movies from the 80s and when we were a kid, and we watch them again now to see if they hold up.
This is your movie. You picked this one.
I picked this one because it's basically, as a kid, it was my interpretation of life where I was growing up, which was in Sturgeon Bay in Wisconsin. If people are unaware of where we are. Anyway, in the 80s and that time, everything had that time period vibe, which was that 50s, 40s.
It never really said, but I think it took place in the mid to late 40s because they didn't even have a TV.
Yeah. And in Sturgeon Bay when I was growing up, I just keyed into that, especially during the winter, because my interpretation was basically time went backwards during winter.
Sure.
That we lost like 10 to 20 years, and somehow we were suddenly living in the past for the duration of winter. And
well, it's probably because of tradition of just it's the same thing. Like, all right, we're going to put up the tree this way. We're going to put up the lights this way. Maybe that has something to do with it.
It might. I mean, my mom used to make our ornaments for the tree, and the tree used to be real tree.
Sure.
For years, and I mean, I remember trying to help my mother make fabric gingerbread men to put on the tree and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff is very classic feeling, which falls into this movie
very much so.
And then add on top of it, no one built a new building in Sturgeon Bay outside of the Cherry Point Mall in I don't know how long.
Sure.
So everything still was from that time period, except for the cars.
Yeah, cars and a little bit of fashion. Well, Wisconsin, so you can
fashion probably
back in the 80s, early 80s.
Yeah, and then in this movie, I believe this is outside of Cleveland.
At one point they say Northern Indiana.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought Cleveland.
And then at some point, that the dad mentions that the Packers are playing the Bears.
Yeah,
yeah.
That helped this movie stick with me. Mm-hmm. But they're downtown in this movie. And the store, Higbee's, was basically my family going down to Green Bay and going to the mall.
Prangies used to have the window display where it would show all that. And that's long gone now. And now they took all those animatronics, the same thing, like trains going around, characters moving around, and they put that in the museum here so you can still see it.
Is it up right now?
Yes, up right now. And they actually have a talking spruce tree.
Oh, I remember hearing about that.
Bruce's spruce, and you can ask him. Basically, he's their equivalent of Santa Claus. You can tell him what you want, ask him what's going on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like he's like Siri or something like that.
I guess.
Be like, hey, Bruce the Spruce, where do I get coffee? You can get coffee at.
Maybe he's an analog version of it, but they still have that stuff, and that's a cool tradition. I think that's gone now.
Yeah,
I like that opening scene. It was great.
And like I said, that kind of stuff was exactly what I remember growing up.
I can see why
that happening.
60 as a kid.
Now I had no want of having a BB gun as a kid, but to each their own. My connections were more about the settings and some characters, not because you would think that as a child I would have picked Ralphie as being someone I would connect with, or his younger brother because I was a younger brother. And I really couldn't connect to either of them. Mm-hmm. So everything was situational. Like, I connected to situations in the movie, not so much characters, except for the dad.
Oh, yeah, as I connect with the dad now. So for me, it's a little different because I never saw all of this movie. Because I think when it would come on TV, or I didn't like it because it always looked dirty and gross to me. Because it's now seeing it's realistic.
Yeah,
it's definitely not like a movie set. They put it out, make it look like our actual house, and actual people. But so I would see that. It just seemed loud, angry, and dirty to me. Well, and it is loud. Yeah. There's screaming kids constantly, and the eating the food grossly.
And I think one of the things that has depleted this movie is the fact that Turner channels will just play it nonstop for like a week or two.
I think they just do a 24-hour nonstop. It ends and it starts right away.
It doesn't
without commercials.
It's degrading the quality of the movie to me because of the fact of it makes people go, oh, this again.
Sure.
Instead of playing it once, making it an event, you see it.
I think their idea is they want to make people catch it, but you're right though, and then the movie gets degraded even more to just those certain scenes that we'll go through. But watching it again, there was when we get to it, there was a really, really good spot that I even teared up a little bit as an adult, and
I wonder if it's the same one.
It's the same one, and because the movie does a great place of not just about Christmas time, but placing yourself as a kid of experiences you had, and the imagination. So, since it's your movie, I'll let you start the plot.
All right, so
which isn't much.
Isn't much. No, so they go down to Higbee's at the start. They see all the decorations. You get the voiceover of who young Ralphie is, but you're being told by old Ralphie, the adult version of Ralphie the whole time.
Yeah, he's recollecting.
You see a bunch of stuff and like the street decorations and stuff like that. They're all very classic, which, by the way, exact same street decorations that were in Sturgeon Bay growing up. So once again,
they do the same thing here in town. They have the same ones that are starting to fall apart, but they're traditional.
Yeah. The only thing that was different is that city that they were in this movie had diversity, and where I grew up had no diversity.
Oh, we were talking when they're singing the Christmas Carol? There's
anywhere. I mean, there's diversity all over this movie.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, they go to the window display, and all the kids are looking at it. I like the kids smushing their faces up against the window.
Very classic.
Was great. And Ralphie sees what he wants for Christmas.
Red Ryder BB gun, and he's...
Joe, it's a Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model air rifle with compass in the stock,
and a thing that tells time,
which is a sundial. But he doesn't know what that is. Yeah, Ralphie, blonde hair, blue eyed, cute kid. I remember him as being more chubby for some reason. I think he just has chubby cheeks-ish.
Yeah, I mean...
rosy cheeks. But as a kid, I remember him just being chubby. But again, I didn't really watch the movie. I don't know.
I guess he kind of is, but no more than any other kid at that age.
No, but I'm just remembering he's really a normal kid.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I just thought, he's like an outcast. But he's not. He's really a normal kid. He has friends, and he's normal. Normal kid.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So then, he's trying to figure out a way to tell his parents,
that he wants to get this BB gun, but he knows that all adults are against kids getting them, so he's got to be subtle. He's got to find a subtle way.
Yep.
So he's going to hide an advertisement.
That's great.
In a woman's magazine.
I've done this.
Oddly put on his mother's bed in a way that's like, wow, this is really placed here with a purpose.
Yep.
But that's kid brain.
And I
want to see them. They got to see this.
I did that with the Sears Christmas catalog. Would circle it and then leave it open. I'm leaving it open on the kitchen counter where my mom, I know, is going to be preparing the food, cutting stuff, and she's got to see it. Definitely did a good job of focusing on kid brain, because then he starts envisioning how does he explain to his parents why this gun is good? Because he blurts it out right away when his mom asks
at the table,
and she says the famous line,
"You'll shoot your eye out."
Yep. And then so he's trying to think of a different way, and he has a dream sequence. Imagine daydream. Black Bart comes, a bunch of robbers in typical black and white stripes and masks come in there.
He's in his cowboy outfit with sequins.
Sparkly cowboy, Marty McFly outfit. And I love that the parents, I mean, because it's his dream and daydream. His parents are like, what are we going to do now? His dad's a coward hiding under the table.
And they're both in, like, settler outfits. Yes. Like, they're out on the frontier or something like that.
It was great. And Ralphie is chewing
his fingers.
No, he's chewing tobacco.
Oh, yeah, Ralphie is...
fake, of course.
His little brother is just chowing on his fingers and he's like, worried.
And I'll take care of these varmints, and start shooting at them with the air rifle. So, like, this is important to have. I can protect the home.
Yep.
As his kid brain is trying to figure out how to work
every shot is to a bad guy's butt.
Yep.
Every single one of them. Black Bart, whoever plays that guy, just hams it up real good. The trampolines.
To jump on the horse.
The random horse at the end that wasn't there to begin with. And then they all have X's on their eyes.
When they die. Yeah, it's very good.
Good stuff.
The dad is just referred as the old man.
Yeah.
And the mom never has a name. You got Ralphie, and then Randy is the younger boy. Is the young brother. Who doesn't like to eat. And, the old man is always fighting with the furnace, and he goes down there and is swearing, and I've done that, where I have to fix something and just, this is the worst thing ever.
It should be fixed, but it's not being fixed, and that just brings out the obscenity.
Yep, at first you go down there, okay, I'm going to fix this, no problem. Wait, why isn't this not working?
Yep.
And then you're just swearing, then my dogs look at me like, what is going on? They're afraid. Like, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at whatever I'm trying to fix. This is nonsense. And so the old man is constantly trying to fix the furnace in the basement. That was really good.
That reminded me of my dad.
Yeah. I think my dad, when he would do stuff, he would just get really quiet. So it didn't remind me of that. But like, oh no, he's quiet. That's bad too.
So then they have to get ready for school?
Yeah, they go to school, and the little boy, the youngest kid, Randy, is getting dressed up. His mom is putting piles and piles of clothes on him. Put his arms down.
So he looks like he's about a tick ready to pop.
It reminded me. Yep, says that line, but it reminded me of Maggie Simpson.
Oh yeah, exactly.
The arms are out like a star, and she can move. He can't move. Then they go to school, and
they introduce Ralph's friends like Flick and Schwartz.
Yep.
And then the whole fact that Randy just falls over all the time.
And he's always behind because he's a younger kid. Was that you? Always being left behind by your older brother?
Occasionally. I think it wasn't that much, to be honest.
And that's something I never had. I never had brothers or sisters, or have. They didn't magically appear, so I don't currently have them. So I never had that experience. Yeah. So maybe another reason why I didn't just skip this movie. Yeah. But
and then on their way to school, they start talking about someone put his tongue on something.
Oh, the double dog dare.
Yeah, and they just kind of tease the whole fact that that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
On the walk into school, and then they introduce the school, which looks exactly like a school you would see in this part of Wisconsin.
Yep.
Still.
Even now, you can go downtown Green Bay, and you can see that same brick school.
It's crazy.
I like it.
I know. I think it's cool, too.
I think they're cool looking.
Another thing that was like I could connect to.
Yep.
I know this. Then they introduce you to the teacher, which is the main point of bringing you into the school.
Yes.
And how they always try to get her with some type of joke or freak her out or
all the kids
scare her.
Fake teeth.
Yep.
It was silly, but
she collects him and chucks him in a drawer full of just shenanigans. And it's
more and more.
That's all you need to know. They said it. And set up that he's got to write a theme. So we know that. And then it's recess.
Yeah, instantly recess, and then it goes to the
daring him to put his tongue on the flagpole.
Yep. And of course, Flick does it.
His other
friend. Yeah, and then does it, and he obviously gets stuck.
And the bell rings, and they can't stay outside. So Kid Brain kicks in. I gotta go inside. You have to go inside.
Yeah,
you'll get in trouble if you don't go inside.
So much Kid Brain in this. I looked up and I was curious, and what they did instead of obviously not having a kid freeze his tongue to the pole, they had it was hollowed out, and they put a little hole and had a vacuum just on his tongue.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Until they increased the power.
It was too strong. We need another kid here. We need another Flick. Get him in here.
So all the kids go inside from recess. Teacher notices that Flick is missing. They ask, and a little girl up front points out the window, and they all rush to the window to see what's going on. And we do time fast forwards, and the one kid, oh gosh, oh, it's the fire department. Oh gosh, it's the police.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then they finally get him off, and then they put a
bandage
around his tongue, so his tongue is sticking out with a bandage around it. And then that's the end of school day.
Well, I mean, it was also nice that the teacher stands right over the top of Schwartz and Ralph and gives the speech of, you know who you are, you're going to feel guilty, and they all look sheepish as hell and stuff like that. But then when it's done, they're like, adults always say stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I always mistook the bandage on his tongue for the teeth that they wore earlier when I was a kid. I couldn't tell the difference. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention because it's horribly obvious that it's not those teeth.
They're not the teeth. It's the bandage.
Because I was like, why did she shove those teeth in his mouth?
Shut him up.
Doesn't make sense.
She's a jerk. No, she was actually a really nice teacher.
Yep. Then school's out. They
then that's when the bullies come in for the first time. Yes.
Was it okay?
I'm pretty sure.
They just introduced them. They scare them.
Yep. You got a ginger with braces and a raccoon skin cap, I think, or with and a fox.
No,
head
or
something
fox
weird
or something.
Something from the 40s, whatever, weird. And then a little gangster kid. He was great. He had a leather jacket and a leather cap,
driving hat.
Yeah, he's definitely younger and shorter. I mean, he was even smaller than Ralphie. He was about the size of Ralphie's younger brother.
I know. He's just so funny.
I'm gonna mess you up. And gets one of his friends into.
I think Schwartz. It was Flick again. Was it Schwartz?
It was Schwartz this time, and he gets him in a lockhold and
have him say
uncle, the usual, and then just
run away.
It usually involves the bullies extending their arms out and going "Rawr!" and that's enough to make them run. But whatever, kid brain.
You're afraid of them.
Yeah.
You don't know what they could do.
And then they just run home.
And he's a ginger. He's soulless.
Scary. Well, they didn't know that, but they could feel like something's wrong. Sort of like when
he had yellow eyes.
Yeah, when Darth Vader comes around and you're wait, it's getting colder. Something's not right. It's a ginger with braces.
So they run home. He checks the mail to see if his prize from Little Orphan Annie has arrived.
Orphan Annie decoder ring
has not arrived.
So. And that's right. Then they go inside, and his dad comes home, and he's excited that he won a contest that he entered, and he's going to be getting something tonight.
Bowling alley.
Is that what it was?
That's one of the things he tosses out.
Oh, he just tosses out.
It's going to be a major award. And then you meet the Bumpus's dogs.
Yep, then the neighbor's hound dogs
20 hound dogs or whatever.
It was 785 smelly hound dogs from the neighbor that just come in randomly.
I would have loved that as a kid.
I would have loved it. And then he closes the door on one of the dog's ears. I hated that.
Yeah.
The dog is howling and like, oh, you deserve it. Like,
no.
Jerk. So that's the one thing I didn't like. Because I remember as a kid, just the little bit I saw was angry dad, so I didn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
And just loud. Another scene of just loud dogs. It's fine now, but maybe as a kid, it just bothered me. Just what's happening? I don't know what's happening.
You were dainty.
It was too. I needed a stronger story structure as a kid. Apparently, no, I don't know.
So anyway, the major award is coming. He's all psyched about it. Last minute notice.
Mm-hmm.
They start having dinner.
Randy doesn't want to eat, and this still grossed me out too. Is the mom says, "I'll make him eat." Who's my little piggy? And then he just oinks and just smashing food into his mouth from the plate. And she has the weirdest look. She's kind of like just hunched over, like looking at him like, oh, you're the, I don't know. It was
I think
weird.
It was honestly that it looked like the actress was honestly entertained by what was happening.
I think maybe that's why it broke character or something.
She did. She kind of tripped over a line. But it doesn't matter.
She was laughing because he was mashing mashed potatoes and gravy and other stuff into his face.
And the father's reaction of just like, oh, what the...
Yeah, Ralphie the same way. It was just, and my reaction of, oh, please stop. I don't want to see this kid's mouth open with food.
Then the doorbell. Knock at the door. No doorbells.
Then they all just stop and stare at each other. What? Do we hear that? Knock, knock, knock.
Run to the door because they know it's the award. It's a huge crate.
Huge wooden crate.
That they bring in and set down. Not the correct way up. They put it down on its side.
Yeah, it even says it there, and then it just laid down.
And then comes the famous fragile statement.
Doesn't understand. Yeah, it must be Italian. It's fragile. That's fragile. Oh, yeah. Opens it up, and...
It's a leg.
It is a leg with stocking on it.
Fishnet
stocking. And this time, seeing it, I could see it had butt cheek on the top.
Yeah, it does have that.
And so Ralphie's standing there, and his eyes are just wide as he... That must be his sexual awakening when it happened.
It has to be part of it,
because he goes over and he's just staring out with mouth open. He literally puts his hand out and
he almost gets all the way
to the top
up.
of the plastic butt cheek, and her mom just grabs his hand and covers his eyes. Because later on, I remember him saying, like, calling it... Well, it's a lamp.
Yeah,
I guess.
It's a lamp. We all know it's a lamp.
It's a lamp that he has, and he puts it up. Mom hates it. And I remember... Or this time seeing that Ralphie called it electric sex.
Yep, that was the description for it.
Yeah. I didn't know if I imagined that or weird.
No, that was it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that lamp is horrifying.
That, honestly, I think that's also kind of appropriate for Ralphie's age, if that's giving that little bit of a push and spark in his, senses.
He's going to have a stocking fetish later in life. He won't be able to trace it back. Oh, that lamp, that's right.
And you know what? As it's watching it as an adult, it is totally not a sexy lamp at all.
No, not at all.
Cheeseball.
No,
lamp.
It's the only thing that he's seen because he doesn't have the internet.
But as a kid too, when I watched it as younger, it was kind of like, okay, this is being portrayed that this is something that's naughtier type thing.
Yes,
and it became a thing that
and
this
at
is
that time,
the
too.
leg lamp.
And so then Dad puts it, he's so proud of this award that he keeps on calling it, and he puts it in the front window so all the neighbors can see, lights it up, and the mother's, this is a terrifying, it's ugly, it's really bad, but you're right, though, I guess I didn't think about it. It's the 40s, so...
That's
pretty
big for that, yeah.
And I'm sure she doesn't want the neighbors to see it.
And I think they introduce you to their next-door neighbor, the Bumpuses, because he talks differently than everyone else. He's like, "Shay, what is that in the window?" He has almost like a hick accent compared to everyone else. And he's like, this is a major award. He's like, "Oh, Gam, you say that's a major award?"
Did you see a director's cut of this?
No, it's the guy he talks to out on the street. He has an accent different from everyone else's.
Okay, I don't remember this.
Watching it, I'm like, that must be the next door neighbor.
It must be, yeah. Okay.
They don't I don't remember him outright saying it was who it was, but... Yeah, and then everyone stops. Cars stop. People stop. Magically, the street is full of people, all staring into their front room window.
I missed this scene completely. Maybe I was just...
Because he rushes outside to see what, position it perfectly, and that's when everyone...
You know what it was? I was just staring at the lamp. That's probably what happened. I was just in awe, and then something snapped me out of it. Oh, well,
the scene's over? What?
Where's it? Okay. Anyway, what happened? That must have been it. And the movie doesn't have much of a plot. It has more scenes or subplots of what's going on.
It's also kind of like how a child would remember life. This is that key point of that day. This is that key point.
The key point of the day was the lamp came. Yeah, they run back to school.
That was the theme, turn-in time.
That's right. He had to write what he wants for Christmas.
Yep.
Because he's just obsessed about this air
rifle. And
he
puts it in a special writer's little thing.
Folder thing. Yeah.
Which has multiple pages, and he only writes one paragraph. Which, in hindsight, is funny.
And then, he hands it to the teacher and has another daydream of... The teacher absolutely loving it, right?
Yeah.
Just
A plus. And just goes around the room adding pluses.
All over the talk. And then all the kids are chanting his name. They pick him up. Oh, you're the greatest writer ever. It was amazing. And then snaps out of it as...
standing still in front of the teacher. And she's like, you can take your seat now.
Finally. What? And then that was a quick scene to go back. The bullies chase him and fast forward. And they're home. And I think that's when he gets his decoder ring. I think he gets
his decoder ring that time, yeah. So which he's super duper excited to listen to Little Orphan Annie that night.
Who wouldn't?
Once again, who needs this pirate stuff? Hello, people. People should want the pirate stuff, Ralphie. Pirates are awesome.
Wait, they had pirates before Johnny Depp put on eyeliner?
Yeah.
Huh. Who knew?
I don't know. It sounded like a mess in their radio broadcast.
It was just like barking sounds and just everyone yelling. And he just, come on, I don't care. I want to just tell me the...
If it was like 15 minutes of that, I could understand why he wanted it over.
It might be. I've never listened to... I've only listened to a couple other radio.
So he gets his decoded message, and he runs upstairs into the bathroom to go figure it out. And, of course, someone else needs the bathroom at the time, which is his little brother.
Mm-hmm. Banging on the door.
And he shoves off his little brother, shoves off his mom, saying he's going to be right out, and he's busy, and decodes the message.
Tension is building as he's almost there, but they're still pounding on the door. And what does it say? What is this silly message?
Drink your Ovaltine.
Mm-hmm. Just an advertisement.
Just a crummy commercial.
Crummy commercial. There's a taste of life, kid.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Because I can't think of how many things end up that way for kids.
That way. Mm-hmm.
So many things.
Yeah, maybe not exactly that, but...
And they may not crush you the first time, but after a bit, you're just like, this is so dumb.
This is dumb. This is not what I was promised.
Yeah.
And... very much connects with you.
So he gets upset. For all I know, he chucks his decoder.
I think he just left it, and the brother
just leaves it there and walks off. Mm-hmm. And my favorite transition of the whole movie is the brother running in, pulling his pants down, flipping the lid up, and then hard cut to the kitchen where they're pulling the top off the stew.
Yep.
Always, even as a kid, I was like, that's awesome, because it's gross.
It's gross, and Ralphie even looks at, what else do we have, kind of, I don't even want this.
It's red cabbage stew.
No, thanks. I don't want any of this gross stuff. So that happens, and then, they're going out to... then he realizes, another way I can, why don't I just go and talk to Santa about getting me the BB gun?
Sure.
So they go out to...
They have to get a tree.
Oh, the tree.
I think they go out to get the tree then.
Yep, you're right.
Must be.
This year is a good tree, guy. Yeah, they go to get a tree, but are they doing it on Christmas Eve?
It's pretty close.
We usually got our Christmas tree at least 2-3 weeks beforehand.
Something like that.
But maybe it was a tradition back then. I have no idea. I don't know.
Dad.
That's that whole scene. Yes.
Loves haggling.
Yep.
For $2 less.
$2, and he will throw in rope and tie it to the top of his car. So that's great.
And they use whole, I'm going to go get a fake tree.
Yep.
That is so disappointing to the random guy selling trees.
Poor guy. He already instantly gave you $2 off.
Yeah.
So they're driving the car. They're all singing Jingle Bells, and I thought that's a good scene. They're singing, and the mom, they all at the end of the song.
The dad is totally not on board with it.
He was okay. He wasn't pissed off or anything.
He wasn't angry about it, but it wasn't his type of thing.
Mm-hmm. And now seeing it, the dad really isn't that angry of a person.
No,
not at all. He's fine. Everything's cool. He's angry at the dogs and the furnace.
Yeah.
That's really it.
That's it. Yeah.
And then, blows out a tire, and the dad is excited.
Super excited.
that they blew out a tire on the way back home.
He's going to time it. He's going to beat his record.
Yeah, 4 minutes, and the voiceover says, he wishes he was in the pit at the Indianapolis 500.
Yep.
And goes out. Mom says, Ralphie, go help for the first time. Because he's getting older, start learning how to do things, be with your dad. And holds the hubcap and then starts putting the
bolts, nuts,
lug
nuts
into it, and then Dad accidentally hits it,
knocks it in.
And the other famous scene of fudge. But that's not what he said. I thought it was a good way of doing it.
It's good because it's, to me, again, it's another realistic thing because I lived it.
Yep. I lived it too. It happened. And what did you say? Oh no. I know what I did. Like instantaneous. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I dropped the F-bomb. Oh no.
See, I think I said shit.
Wait, you can't say shit.
I just did.
Don't you fucking say shit. Fudge. But then, get in the car.
Yeah.
But what I liked was the camera still stays on the dad after Ralphie goes in the car, and he gives a smirk of, "It's not that bad. It happened. I mean, it's appropriate."
But
not as a kid, of course.
As a kid,
but,
in kid brain mode,
yes.
I don't ever remember seeing his dad's reaction being anything other than get in the car.
Really? And as an adult, I see it. I could see that. He did a little smirk of like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But then I like when they get in the car. You know what your son said? The mom whispers in her ear. She just is horrified and screaming, "My baby, no! He's corrupted on! This is terrible." And yeah, car cuts then to him having soap in his mouth. And then another fantasy dream sequence of getting revenge on his parents. Do you remember this one?
Yep.
Okay.
So he shows up and he's stricken blind. And they're like, no, what? Oh, actually, they don't know it out the bat. They're like,
because he's 21 now, and in the
cane.
future, and he's got a cane. He's coming to visit home.
Yeah.
What happened, Ralph? Tell us what happened.
What was it? It was
soap poison.
No, was that what he said?
I thought it was soap poison that he had so many times they had put bars of soap in his mouth. That he got poisoned and went blind because of it. So
way more sense.
I thought that's what it was. What did you think?
Sorry, watching this forever and as a kid, it gets locked in your head.
Sure.
I swear, for it, even this last time, it was so poisoning. And that was it. So it was this generic open statement that meant nothing. And this whole family's like, whoa! Yours makes way more sense.
At least I heard soap.
I would totally believe that. Because it was so poisoning doesn't mean anything.
No, soap poisoning does, because that means they did it to him.
Yep.
And revenge, I got you.
That makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm. Then
I don't know if I'll ever be able to hear that, but it makes more sense.
Then they go to Santa at the mall. Or not, there's no mall. The box store. What was it called?
We're skipping going to school.
You know, why am I talking? Let you do this.
At least I'm pretty sure he goes to school at this point.
What does he do at school?
Because they have to get the theme back.
Gets his grade back.
And it's terrible. It's C+.
C+.
C+? You'll shoot your eye out.
He was supposed to get A+++++++.
And then he looks up and sees his teacher as the Wicked Witch of the West. Mm-hmm. And he can't believe it. Then he blames his mom for getting to his teacher. When he looks up and mom's there with the Wicked Witch of the West. But she's a harlequin. Mm-hmm. And they're all making fun of him. And it's terrible, horrible. And I think that's about it.
Maybe that's why
I think it's just kind of that scene to set that up, that happened.
Yeah. It was a quick little thing. I'm pretty sure that's all that happened. It was just boop, boop, done. Okay. Oh, no, the next thing happens is they go to school and he beats up the ginger.
That happens.
That's what we skipped because Ralphie is pissed, but he's angry that he got a bad grade. Then the bully comes by and is taunting him and he finally just loses it and just starts wailing on him. Gives him a bloody nose and is swearing going crazy.
Up a storm.
Yeah, that was good.
The mom does not fault him for anything in that whole bit. And so it's kind of like her redemption from punishing him earlier for swearing.
Yep. And he thought Ralphie's going to get in trouble when the old man comes home. But nope, mom covers it. And another thing I liked is the younger brother is crying too because it's traumatic. Big brother
worried he's going to get in trouble. Dad's going to kill him.
And he's hiding in a cupboard underneath the sink or something.
Yeah.
And mom says, "You want some milk?" Yeah. Hands him milk. "You want to stay under there?" Yeah. And just closes it back. Mm-hmm. That was good. And
then when it's dinner time, she just opens it up. Mm-hmm. "Come on out." And the dad just looks down like, "What?" All right, whatever.
Mm-hmm. But then, that's
decorating the tree comes before that.
Tree. Oh, that's right. Dad is in the basement and trying to fix the...
There we go. That also happens before there, too. We missed like a whole day in between there.
It's fine. Dad's in the basement constantly fixing the furnace, but then here's a crash up above.
Yeah, no matter what he's doing, between his swearing and clanking, here's a shatter from upstairs, stops everything, rushes upstairs.
And a haunting shatter for him, I'm sure. As he knows as he's come up the stairs, he knows what happened. And the lamp has been knocked over as his mother was trying to water her plants.
Do you trying to water? No, she knocked it over.
She knocked it over?
She absolutely did.
I don't know. She did a good job of lying, though, about it. I was just trying to water my plants.
Because when he's all like, "Oh my God," she's in the back covering her mouth, like trying to cover up from smiling and stuff like that, and being like, "Ah, got it." And because he tries to fix it.
No, yeah, she
can't
laughs
fix
as
it, and she laughs when and then he buries it in the backyard next to the garage and plays taps for it.
Yes. And Ralphie thought, he heard taps played.
Yeah. Store.
Yeah, store.
Go to Higbee's. I really would love to have seen something like that as a kid. A huge mountain with Santa on top. That would have been awesome.
And that's another thing. I really, really liked the slide they have to climb up the stairs to see Santa on a mountain. On a big throne, and then when they're done, they put them down a slide, and all the kids you see them are screaming like they're terrified. Mm-hmm. That always looked like fun.
That would be great.
I want to go on it now.
And for the adults, it's the elves that are helping them.
Yeah.
They're late because they had to wait for the parade. And see Santa first, and then go to Higbee's to go see Santa. And they're going to shut down at 9.
Yep.
And it was like going to be 9 really soon.
Yeah, really long line, and they Ralphie and Randy finally get up there, manhandling these kids, and they pick them up, put them on laps.
Yeah, jeez. And that's what I found so funny about it as an adult, because as a kid I was like, man, they're just mean,
really, really mean.
And then now I'm like, I totally get it. It's.
Yeah,
their shift is done.
They've been working.
They had to have been told, you are going to put every kid on Santa's lap, and they are so upset because they know they're not going to get paid more.
No, not at all. Or they just want to get out of there. And I mean, Santa's nose is red. He wants to get a drink, probably.
Yeah, there's so much that's like I totally connect with these adults right now. I'd be like just get done with it. Oh my god.
They were a little too mean, though. They're really picking up those kid actors,
but that's
too. And it's jamming them on Santa's lap. What do you want?
But that's kid brain.
That's true.
Kid brain would remember that's that horrible of an event.
It was horrible, and the way they showed that was fisheye or wide-angle lens in front of
and spinning.
Seeing the viewpoint of the kid, of a close-up of Santa's terrible face and the angry faces of the elves.
Yeah.
And, Randy gets up there, they put him on his lap, instantly cries.
Yep.
Down the slide, all the way down, and he lays there. And then Ralphie is next.
Gets up, can't remember what he wants.
Yeah, that's happening. Complete blankness.
Yeah. Well, you want a football, huh?
And before he said in his report he did not want football.
Yeah.
He wanted, those are dumb.
Yeah, football. Okay.
Slide.
And then he remembers that's not what he wants, so he sticks his feet out, stops from sliding down, which, as a kid, I was like, yeah!
That was good.
Power kid move there. No, I want a Red Ryder BB gun.
He says exactly what it is. The line then has a little smile. Ding!
You'd shoot your eye out.
Yep.
Santa says that and boots him down the slide. Mm-hmm. Well, not boot, tap.
It's just as a kid, I remember him, literally kicking him in the face.
But it's just a little tap.
It's a little tap. Then he slides down.
And they both just collapse, laid defeated at the bottom of the Santa's hill.
And, the parents come by, pick him up. You have a good time? And just kind of,
Did you tell Santa what you want?
Yeah, whatever. It was a terrible experience. We waited in line, and it was horrible. And then Christmas. After they decorate, they go to bed. And they wake up. And
kind of gone over the whole fuse bit, but that's all right. That's not a big deal.
There's stuff here.
So after seeing Santa and being bummed out by that, they're sitting on the couch together, just having the Christmas Eve night.
That was good.
Because as a kid,
right.
I had I remember those moments of just like, it's late at night. You've turned off the TV, at least for us. They didn't have a TV. And you're just kind of listening to music, hanging out as a family. And
yes, and we've done that in the past and still do it now. Where just leave the tree on, turn off that, maybe have some music very low, and just be quiet.
Yeah.
Relax.
A little quiet. Just a little bit of talk.
And that's why I really enjoyed that.
Ralphie wants to have a drink of the wine. Mom won't let him.
Yes. But now is that during... Well, it doesn't matter. But then they have Christmas morning and they're tearing down, and I love that. Yeah, the parents are just tired. What? Huh?
Yeah. Well, they had to spend all night setting it up,
wrapping the presents.
But the nice thing about it is they don't make it overt in the movie, just in case if you're young enough to not know.
Yes, they don't.
They don't make.
All they say is, "All right, let's get." They don't even say, "Let's get to work." They just kind of, "All right, let's," and then it just Yeah, very, very well done.
It's so if
because yes,
then you're fine, and if you don't know, you're probably
too.
not going to catch on to it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And all the presents are there. They open a couple. There's socks. The brothers look at each other, throw them over their shoulder.
They look like nice pairs of socks.
As adults, you want nice, awesome socks. Nice, warm socks. It's great how things change. The brother gets a cool blimp.
Randy gets Zeppelin.
A Zeppelin. It didn't have a Nazi symbol on the tail of it.
Other people had Zeppelins.
Who? Name another country that had Zeppelins besides the homeland. Germania.
The British.
Did they have Zeppelins? I have no idea. I'm yelling at you, and I don't even know. I have no idea. But he had a Zeppelin with wheels on it.
Randy, when he gets on it, wow, this is mine, and this is mine.
Yeah, he wants everything's
and
mine.
This is
There's
mine.
so many things here. This is great. The dad gets a bowling ball.
Yeah.
A blue bowling wallet. She drops it on his junk. And
what did Mom get that whole time?
I don't remember.
Because I think that's another kind of unsaid thing.
Because
earlier in the movie, they outright say she never gets to have a hot meal.
She's always getting everything for everybody.
And that's my mom. But I think that's more her self-enforced than the family doing it to her. But
it is self-enforced. Yeah, my mom is always, I'll go in the kitchen and get it's fine.
What else do you need? What else do you need?
It's fine. Sit down and eat with us. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know? I'll go heat up this. Is that warm enough? It's fine. Just hang out.
So they set that up,
right.
but they don't say it this time round that I don't remember her really getting anything.
I don't think she did.
And if she does, it's so in the background, whatever.
Yep, you're right, because it's really about the kids anyway. But you're right. Yeah, don't remember her getting anything. And, first Ralphie gets the bad present.
Yeah, the big one that you noticed.
The one from the aunt, I think. Yeah. The bunny outfit.
She always sends something nice.
Something nice, yeah. Put it on, comes down. The dad is horrified. And then he's just standing there in this big pink onesie outfit. And do you like that? Dad asks, no. You can take it off. And takes it off immediately.
Yep.
You only have to wear it when the aunt comes by. And so now they're sitting there, I think, and drinking wine.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And then they're finally, Randy has passed out from playing with his Zeppelin.
Yep.
And they're just relaxing. And then the dad, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
The way they did this is amazing. And the dad says, "Did you get everything you want?" Ralphie, being a good boy, says, "Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good." "Well, what's that over there?" "Huh? What's behind the desk?"
Which is really behind the desk and no one can absolutely see it.
Yeah, you couldn't even see it. And he goes back there, and there's another present. And, of course, it's his Red Ryder.
And the dad is obviously just as excited for Ralphie to open it.
And that's really what got me, was his excitement and the buildup of it was very good. The mom didn't even know that the old man got it for him.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Shh, doesn't matter." I want to see him. I want to see his joy as he's opening this awesome present, and he gets it, and it's amazing. It just really, was fantastic.
I did not expect that moment to actually surprise me like that, but it did. Yeah, as an adult, that was the big moment.
Mm-hmm. That was a very good moment. And goes outside, shoots at a target, and almost shoots his eye out.
Which, it's just like, come on, you put your target on a metal
back. What are you doing? Come on, I know, it's a kid.
Kid brain again.
Yeah, I'll put on a little BB and a metal background, and bounces back and hits him underneath his eye. Doesn't actually shoot his eye out, and knocks his glasses off.
Trying to find his glasses, steps on his glasses.
Does a Velma and steps on the glasses.
Yep.
And really good excuse, I think, and it worked.
Yeah.
Icicle fell down and hit me in the eye and broke my glasses, and the mom's like, "It's fine, you can use the old ones, it's okay."
I see. As a kid, I was always on the mount. If you're going to do that, you knock some of those things down.
That's true. You got to have evidence, because they didn't.
Exactly.
Well, everything was fine. The old man was busy. Oh, that's right. Old man was occupied because the turkey was out. He's a turkey-holic.
Yep.
And he kept on trying to get pieces of turkey, and the mom was constantly... That's what they were doing, so they couldn't go back and verify the story of the icicle falling on his eye, on his cheek, basically. And then, something horrible happens to the turkey.
I'm trying to place what door they came in. It must have been the back door.
The back door they show later on is broken open as all the hound dogs come
because Ralphie went out in a hurry. Oh. And then he had to come back in that door.
He broke the screen.
And the mom must never have shut the main door.
That's right. Then the 785 smelly hound dogs come in and just tear up the kitchen and knock down the table and
eat the turkey.
Christmas dinner is ruined. The old man picks up the turkey leg or wing and just, nope, it's dead. It's gone. But then a great thing, he says, all right, this Christmas is not good. This is not going to deter a good Christmas. And they go to the Chinese restaurant.
Yep.
Fa ra 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 racist.
Yeah.
It's still funny. Because then the other guy's like, it's not fa ra ra ra, it's la 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 la.
Yeah.
Nope, doesn't work. And the goose comes out with the head, and they cut it off. The mom's reaction that was great. She's like,
it's smiling at us.
It's smiling at us. Oh, chops off the goose's head. Or the duck. It was a duck's head.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was good. Squeak there from everyone, and then everyone's excited. Everyone's clapping.
And yeah, the voice of Ralphie, that was he really remembers that Christmas.
Yeah. And it fades out with him in his bed with his gun.
Yep.
And the voiceover's talking about how he dreamt that night about all the shots he was making,
Trick
all
shots,
the
hip shots,
burglars he was stopping, all that kind of stuff.
And that was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of the voiceover of this movie?
You know, as a kid, it didn't really seem to matter to me, but as an adult, it meant a lot that it was his adult reminiscing because it helps you as an adult want to reminisce about the same things that kind of they're triggering in your memory from watching.
I think it worked in this movie too for that connection of because you're seeing, like you said, kid brain interpretations, but then as an adult, he's like, no, this is what I was going through and thought process. In some movies, they use voiceover and narration as laziness instead of showing. Telling and not showing.
Correct.
But here I think it worked really well to have that voiceover.
Because he didn't tell you what happened.
Yes.
He enhanced what happened.
Yep.
Through the extra narration.
Through the whole thing. There's a reason why they show it 24 hours. I mean, and people remember this movie.
It's probably the modern classic Christmas movie. And
now, yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of a Christmas movie that really captured me since then, and it's tough. There's really not much out there that sticks out in the 90s or 2000s or
no, not really.
Now.
Not a movie like this. You're right.
I mean, there are Christmas movies out there that people seem to like that has, but it doesn't encapture being a child.
And that's another thing. It's not just about Christmas, but just being a child. And even though it takes place in the 40s, it's still the same. You have to deal with bullies, trying to get a good grade, being excited about something, being disappointed, and so on. I hated it as a kid. Avoided it. As an adult, I actually liked the movie. I thought it was good, so I would definitely watch it.
Yeah. I can identify with the fact that, he sending out to get stuff like the Star Wars figure or something that you sent out for. Because, I mean, I'm trying to think of all the things that I sent out for.
Yeah,
like, there's a pirate map that I still have somewhere where it's like, have I opened it once or twice? But I got it in the mail.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff we
stuff like
out.
that they hit pretty well. When they mentioned the Packers, it was because they're playing Chicago.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're playing the Chicago Bears. Why do they even call them the Bears? They should call them something like the Chicago Chipmunks.
Yep.
I was like,
Terror of the Midwest? I don't think so. That was good.
As a kid, because the Bear rivalry was bigger in the 80s.
Much
that
bigger.
Made me giggle quite a lot as a kid.
Mm-hmm. That's right. For a moment, I thought, are they in Chicago, Wisconsin? Where? Nope, it's northern Indiana.
It's just the
right
Midwest.
Yep, Midwest.
That's all it is.
That was the idea. It was just in the Midwest. Man, I really identified with that dad.
Yeah, I always saw him as, elements of my own father in him.
Sure.
It hit me in all the right places when I was young, and it still does. I give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up?
Yep, I'd say it's definitely worth a watch. And I wouldn't do it through the TV, like when they broadcast it, because it's going to be so long if you watch it that way. Just stream it or buy the DVD. It's got to be, what, $5?
You can find it anywhere. I'm sure you can download
My
stuff.
DVD copy is not even widescreen. Does it even come in widescreen?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it has to.
I rented the Blu-ray and it was widescreen.
See, I got to update my copy. I think the reason why I accepted that it was 4:3 on my DVD was because that's how I remember watching it growing up. So
that must be it. You have that ingrained in your head.
Yeah, and it doesn't bother me. Whereas if I would get anything else in 4:3, I'd be losing my mind. I'd be like, I'm missing everything. I hate pan scan.
And that's why you're fine with it. It didn't bother you.
Nope. Yeah, I watched it in 4:3 for this again. So if you got a movie that triggers your childhood memories or what you thought of your dad when you were young, go ahead and send us an email at therewinderspodcast@gmail.com and let us know. Or you can come to Facebook and maybe we'll post something. Maybe you'll post something.
Post something. Anything. Wait, not anything. I'm sure they have guidelines.
Yeah, Facebook will take certain things down.
Go on iTunes and rate and review us and tell us if Joe needs a haircut or if I need a haircut.
They don't know if I need a haircut.
I need a haircut.
It's all right.
It's all right? No. I need to look good for Christmas.
Well, we need to put a bowl over your head and then trim the rest.
Are you going to do that to me?
Can I?
Well, okay. Bye. I don't know what's going to happen.